welcome to my channel. You are watching this video and myself SK, and today I am going to discuss set theory. So this topic, let me explain. This is the set theory. Okay. Set theory, first of all, define this topic. Is set is a defined is a well defined collection. Well defined collection of an object means this is the word is defined, well defined, explains this is the set theory. For an example, the president of India, so many type of just like that, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and one by one is last time Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and after that after that so many examples. So said that this is the well defined. So after that होना चाहिए इसके बाद. So well, and all the capital of India, all the states, and all the positive integers, just like that, and all the natural numbers, and all the students of IIT's student. This is the examples of set theory, and we can explain about something just like that. N, it means natural number. Z, it is means integer. All positive integers may be or not be. So that is the Q. Q, it means all the rational numbers, and R are the real numbers, and C is the complex numbers. So that is so many numbers is the well defined in the set theory. Okay. So just like that, for another example, just like that, uh, cap uh, vowel vowel in the vowel in alphabet alphabet and consonant. This is the limit in the well defined structure. This is the collection. It means collection should be well defined. Okay. So another definitions we can see, a set is the collection. A set is the collection of distinct and distinguishable 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 objects of our institutions. So this is the definition is set theory. And set theory, let me explain just like that. It is the word, only word. This is well defined collection of anything, means natural number, vowel, consonant, and so many things, which is the our institutions objects we can see. Okay. So I hope this topic should understand, and so now representation of a set, it means how can we, so this is the set. So this is the two forms. We can write in the two forms. This is tabular form and second set builder form. Now set builder form and tabular form. Tabular form or roster form, this is the same, and set builder form. This is the two types of representation of this set. And how can we say? Just like that. First, tabular form. So let us start this explanation. And tabular form, we can say something. We have a set, but in this case, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. This is the tabular form. Okay. And set builder. Set builder form, it means providing a language. Just like that. X such that X is belong to the natural number. It means is a natural number. Only this is the providing only language. Okay. So set builders is only writing in a language, and tabular form is only in the numeric numbers. So just this is the tabular form and set builder form. So you can write about this. Okay. So another examples. Yeah. Another examples. Just C is equal to, it is a set. Let it is a set. Just vowel A E I O U. Okay. So this is the vowel in a numeric, means one by one, well defined. We can write it. And C, and this is the set builder forms. How can we say? X such that X such that X, that is a vowel in an alphabet. That is, this is the language and this is the numeric. So this is different between them. Tabular form or roster form in numeric, and this is the basic language. So we can write this is numeric and this is in language. Okay. So I hope you will understand this. Okay. Now next, so now I discuss set, and this is the type of set. Sets. Uh, this is the finite set, and second is infinite set. Just like that word explaining this. How? Just as a finite. Finite, it means limiting word. Limiting element. Element, even example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the limit, only 5. But that is no limit. And infinite, that is no limit. Element, that is it. 1 2 3 4 5 and dot 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 dot. So that is, we can say this is the finite set, means a set having there is limit, limiting element, and infinite set, that is there is no finite set. जो finite ना हो वही हमारा क्या है, infinite. और finite वो होता है जिसमें limiting element हो. Okay. Okay. So a set having limit element is called finite set. But a set is not finite, that is called infinite set. And just example, like another example we can explaining this. uh, all alphabet is limiting, all alphabet is limiting, so that is, it is a finite set. But all natural number, all whole number, okay, this is so many, all rest integers, this is the infinite set because there is no limit. And grow up and further आगे बढ़ते जाइए तो आपका नंबर मिलता जाएगा. So that is, this is the infinite set, this is the finite set. Okay, clear? Next, cardinal number of set. Cardinal number of set. Cardinal number means which is the counting number set. That is, suppose we have a set just as this is 1 9 A E I O and U. I know this is the L set, but this is the number of set, means 1 2 3 4 5, this is 5 number of, and we can represent cardinal number in this form. Okay, so this is the number of, this is the number of, this is the number of set, this is the number of element in set, so that is representing in any set A B C D anywhere. Okay, so that is the cardinal number of set. Okay, and equivalent set. Next, equivalent set. Now we explain equivalent set. Equivalent set which has the true number of set, just as if we have two sets A and B. So the number of element in set A is equal to the number of element in set B. That is, this is the equivalent set. It's called equivalent set. We can say this MA is equal to NB. Okay. So for an example, you can understand. Uh, just like that. Suppose that A is the 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 9. This is set A, and this is the set of B. Mm, uh, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Tick only. So this is the number of element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the number of element 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So this is 5, 5. So that is A is equal to NB. This is the total number of cardinal number of set in A and B are same. So that is this is the equivalent set. Okay. Next. And symbols. So we talked about symbols. Symbol, that is how. So this is the first symbol. We can say implies, and this is the two directions symbols. This is two implies. No. Two implies, no. Implies and implies and implies and implies y. So we can say this and this. For every E, for that is for every, no. This is in this form. This is for every, and this is for all. Only this is concept of the symbols, and so many concepts just like that are is the real numbers, and you know the everywhere is the numbers N, C, and I and J, Z and Q. So many numbers is represented in the short form. So this is the symbol using. Okay. So next is equal sets. Equal sets. We talk about equal sets just like that. We go on the definition. If if each element, if each element, if each element equal sets is, it means if each element of set A or set A is an each element of set B, that is, this is called then two set is called equal set. How? For an example, 1, 2, 3. Suppose we have a set A and 1, 2, 3. Three elements. This element is same, but 2, 1, 3 means in those cases we can say 1, 2, 3 means this element is representing a number of set A, and set B it means 2, 1, 3 means no element change. Elements are same in both sets but reordered change. So that is, we can say this is the equal set means each element of set A and each element of set B. This is the define the equal sets. Okay. And uh, we can understand this definition just like that. A is implies and this is above, and means x belong to A. This is E. That is belongs means belongs to बोलते हैं यहाँ पे, तो belongs to होना चाहिए. सो दैट इज सेट ए में जितने भी एलिमेंट हैं सेट बी में भी उतने ही हैं और वही एलिमेंट हो जो सेट ए में. सो दैट इज दिस इज द इक्वल सेट्स. सो नेक्स्ट we talk about a null set. Null set, it means which have no element, which have no element in set means किसी भी सेट कोई भी एलिमेंट ना means there is empty. So that is, this is null set. Okay. And singleton set. Singleton set, a set having only single element. Okay, only single element, that is, this is single element in this case, and this is type of a set is single element. So a set having a single element, that is called the singleton set. Okay. And now we talk about the pair sets. Pair sets which has the two elements. A set having two elements. Is called pair set. Example is 2 and 5, A and B, and so many examples etc. So this is the type of a set, and now we talk about the subset. We talk about a subset. What is subset and subset? Okay. means a set is said to be the subset if set of each element of set B and each element of set A is same. Means each element of set A and each element of set B each element of set B. So that is a subset of B. This is the representing in this case. So examples, examples, no definition explaining in this case. So that implies is indication, and each element of set A is and each element of set B. So that is A is the subset of B. So that is we can see A. For an example, we can understand this. For example, even a set A is 1, 2 and 3, okay, and set B is 1, 2, 3, means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So that is set of A element, means each element of set A is in the case of element of B, means element of set of B. So that is 1, 2, 3. In this case 1, 2, 3 is coming in the set of B. So this is the A is the subset of B. Okay, means we explain in Hindi. जस्ट इस सेट में आप देखिए कि 1, 2, 3 आप इस सेट में पा रहे हैं, इसी को ही आप बी सेट में भी मिल जाए आपको, तो वहाँ पे हम ये कह सकते हैं कि ए जो होगा वो बी का सबसेट होगा. ओके, दिस इज द सबसेट. एंड नेक्स्ट proper set. Proper set, that is in this first case every element of a set of A is the subset of element of B. That is first of all हर एलिमेंट ए का वो बी के साथ में सबसेट होना चाहिए. एंड सेकेंड केस बी हैज एट लीस्ट वन एलिमेंट which have not having in the set of B, means set of A, set of B means B का कोई ना कोई एक एलिमेंट ऐसा होना चाहिए जो सेट A में ना सेट A. So this is the indication of proper set. So for example, just as A is 2 and 3 and 4, so that is B is the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So that is, this is the so many elements. 6 in this case is not coming in the set of A, and B and 7 is not coming in the set of A. So that is, this is the proper sets. So that is A is subset. No, it is proper set only. This is the indication of this. This is the proper set. Okay, I hope you will understand this topic. Okay, now interval. We talk about an interval. interval. This is the very important point in this case. And interval, okay, uh, I will explain this line. This line we have we take 2 points A and B, means we take two points, 1 numbers and 5 numbers. So that is, in this case we have take 2 points and we count this 2 points. So that is, this is the closed interval, 1 and 5. This is the closed interval in the square bracket. Closed interval explaining, we take 1 numbers and 5 numbers is also okay, but in the second case open interval. Open interval, open interval, it means 1 left and 5 left, and after that between this number left, this is the same is the open interval. It means open interval, we can see this, and we can say 1 and 5, 1 and 5 we do not take about it, and 1 and 5 के बीच में जो लिया गया एलिमेंट होगा वो आपका इंटरवल काम करेगा ओपन इंटरवल. So this is the closed interval and the open interval. This is the big difference in between them. And semi interval, semi interval, just like that, this 1 and 5 is semi interval, and this 1 and 5 is semi interval. So one closed interval, one open interval, and one open interval and one closed interval. In this case, one, where is the closed interval, then the start from the 1, and but where is the open interval 5, so that is 5 is no not lying in this element, and 5 के बिफोर जितने भी नंबर्स हैं वो सारे आपको ले लिए जाएंगे, and in this case 1 we do not take, and 5 1 after that 2 3 4 5. So 2 3 4 5 we take this the set number of sets. So this is the number of lines. Okay, how, just even this is the, we can write this set in this form. 1 we take, because this is the closed interval and this is the open interval, so do not this. So 1 2 3 and 4 5 left, and this type of the, we can write this set just as this is the open interval. Open interval, it means 1 left, after that 2 3 4 5, this is the semi interval. And where is the big difference, and this is very big difference between them, and we can understand this is the line, and closed interval we take 2 numbers, but between the 2 elements in this number we taking about this set. Okay, so I think